Welcome back to Geek Shuffle and another figure fix. We are having a bit of a comic book week and maybe even a month. We just got over the spookiest month of the year, and to shake things up, we are looking at another comic book figure. It is one that is somewhat similar to another one we opened before. The figure that I had the most issues with, and hopefully this is a bit better. Let's just jump straight into it. Once again, the trademark bubble wrap. All right, loose mallet. Let's do a focus, and you might be able to guess. We have a very different base from last time. Hopefully that makes that a bit easier. And we have a Harley Quinn. From the same series as the dreaded Black Cats that we had a lot of base issues with. And by base issues, if you didn't watch that video, it was the base that had the issues. The figure itself was pretty okay, but the base had a lot of issues. It is these cheap copy products often have some issues with the bases because they do cheap out a lot on those. This seems a lot more. It is a regular flat base instead of they tried to do something clever with the Black Cat base, and that did cause a lot of issues. And I did admit it a lot worse by trying to glue it with the wrong glue and stuff. And then we might have I don't know if this has fallen off, and I might have to glue it as well. Gun holster. Yeah, maybe. In the first glance, it doesn't look like it fits anywhere. Yeah, I might have to glue this. Focus on the figure. All right, again. And we have is this supposed to go into here? There's a slot in the side of her base, but I don't think the weapon is supposed to go there. And she does have a slot in the side of her hand as well. Not sure how that is supposed to line up. She has a molding error on her arm, which you can probably file off or cut off. So we have a bit more issues here and a slight painting error on the stomach. Again, price upper right corner. I do believe it was pretty cheap compared to the $100-ish you have to pay for the real thing. And let's see if I can put this in. The shoes are in one, so we don't risk breaking off the shoes like I have done before on these kinds of figures. And she just slides directly into the base. Very nice. Always the issue how much force you need to. But she stands a lot better than a lot of other figures. We focus again. And you could just have her like this without the mallets. But I have to figure out, I might even have to look at the images. Because she's supposed to stand. It's not long enough to make it stand. Interesting. And we might break here while I figure out how to place the weapons.
One eternity later.
Alright, we're back. Some minor fixes. I superglued the broken off holster to the side, one drop, a tiny drop of super glue. Fixed that issue, no problem. I cut off the small, you can still see the tiny bump here, cut it off with a flat plier, and the mallet was supposed to fit in like this over the shoulder. It is still a tight fit, but it worked. So she is complete. We still have the tiny paint error here, which I might be able to get off with a tiny bit of rubbing alcohol, maybe. I will look into that. That is always a bit hazardous, depending if this is actually painted or not. It might damage the underlying figure, so I might just leave it and pretend it is blood. In this case, if it's red, we can pretend it's blood. Other than that, it looks pretty good. I can't. She has a scuff mark on the elbow, and the rest of the figure looks nice. I feel the base is nice. She's very stable, much stable than many of the other figures, and is a pretty good, at the price range, is a pretty good copy of the original figure. So no complaints. As always, I will do closer pictures while we do a bit of a spin. But I am pretty happy. But again, we always, in these figure fixes, we have to do a bit of fixing of these figures in this price range. But I guess that goes with the territory. But as a Harley collector, I am pretty happy with this. It's a nice figure, nice design, very curvy design of Harley. So if this is something for you, yeah, I would, if you are not willing to risk the bit of the scuffs and stuff, and if you're not willing to pay the $100-ish the original figure might cost, that might be something for you as well. Well, I hope this was interesting for somebody. It was definitely interesting for me, and you will join my growing collection of figures on my shelf. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.